welcome back. Now we're still in chapter 59 of the book of Isaiah, and we're looking at passage 9. Now, I hope you understand what you're seeing here. Do you realize what you are seeing? The Bible is perfectly illustrating for you the symbolism of the Illuminati. Perfectly. The title of this series, Ye Shall Know Them by Their Fruits. And we have discovered through their fruits exactly who they are, what their plan is, how they've implemented it, who they're really representing, and what they're really trying to hide. And that's the true light of the love of the Father of all that is. So, incredibly enough, here we have everything related. Once again, we have the perfect exchange. I've already showed you that the serpent is directly related to the eye, and that's via the cockatrice connection. And then I've told you that the eye is directly related to the apple. And then now, from the apple of the eye, remember that? And then now, the apple is directly related back to the serpent, which is the evil eye, which has given us the covetingness of the material, being the symbolism and the saying of the apple of the eye. It's a complete pattern of information. Everything I've shown you and told you. Now, I'm sure that you get that by now, and I apologize if I say that over and over again. So, look, I just gave you the demonstration, which just showed this obscurity, what was obscuring the light. Okay, and I told you that it happens two ways. That, of course, they are projecting the fallen light of the doctrine of Lucifer, but at the same time, they are blocking the real and true light of the Father of all that is. So, look at the symbolism again. This we have, of course, this is that obscurity that we're talking about, and then there is that brightness as a result of the obscurity. And of course, there is that eye right in the middle of it, just like what we're talking. And everybody is familiar with this as the symbol for the Illuminati. Now, let me take this a little further here. Now, don't you forget what we just said here was exactly displayed. But behold, obscurity for brightness, but we walk in darkness. So, from all of this supposed brightness, the world is still in darkness. Now, let's take this a little further. Let's talk about another analogy. All right? Now, we know, I've already told you that the Illuminati, well, you're associated with them symbolically with the moon, and that is via a Sumerian god named Sin. And conveniently enough, Sin, remember, the original egg of sin. Okay, so the Sumerian moon god is named Sin. Well, you're going to find out that Sin in Sumerian directly translates to illuminated. So let's talk about the moon. The moon doesn't cast any light of its own. It only casts the light of the unseen sun. So when you see a full moon, you are only seeing the reflection of the hidden sun's light that the moon is reflecting. And that is exactly why they choose the moon symbology as a symbol for the doctrine of Lucifer, and even for their emblem themselves, which is related directly back to Sin. Sin is the Sumerian moon god. Sin in Sumerian means illuminated. And then here we have the symbology, of course, even played out in the real world. The moon doesn't cast any light of its own. It only casts the light, or reflects the light of the unseen sun when the world is in darkness. And that is what they are trying to symbolize themselves as. They are trying to symbolize themselves as the only source of light in this world of darkness. But in reality, we know that they seek to obscure the true light of the loving Father of all that is.